Whether or not you know the band, you know their music.
It'll be alright, my friend. It'll be just fine again. We'll roll back home together. It'll be like we were never.
Joss Eastwood and David Rogers are Nantes. Nantes. Okay, so what exactly is the deal with the name?
So we pronounce it Nantes, but that is not how it's meant to be pronounced. It's definitely not the French way to say it. I'm pretty sure it's Nantes or something like that, but we don't speak French, we have no idea. So basically when we're first starting the band, we're trying to work out a name, and that's the only one that we didn't have an argument about, and that's just what we put on the internet when we released the first song. Unfortunately, that's the song that people really liked, that first song, so we got pinned with this name, which is just the worst thing ever.
Whatever the case, their first single was Fly, a song that became a runaway success both at home and overseas.
We'll roll back home together. It'll be like we were never.
Flat came together pretty well. I mean, when we were doing it, it was literally just for the sake of learning how to record properly in the studio and stuff like that. And Fly just happened to be one of the first songs that we did, and it came together pretty easily. And it was just, accidental, really. I mean, it wasn't even meant to be like some big launch or whatever. We weren't even sure if we were going to be a band. We just started recording. So, accidental hit, I guess.
One accident led to another, and 2 albums and an EP later, the boys had a collection of hits on their hands, with Joss responsible for the band's music videos.
And we know for sure he's never part of us.
When it comes to releasing like our music and our singles and stuff, obviously we want to put some videos online so people have something to look at while they're listening to it. And that's sort of something I'm really interested in. I love doing videos and that kind of stuff. And there's one in particular that I really like. So there's this song called Drones. We did this video and it's just a single take of Dave's face. And it's just singing to camera. It's very simple. But we filmed it through a pool of water. So it's his reflection in water. And then as there was certain things were happening in the song, it hit like the edge of the water pool. So there'd be this weird watery distortions that would sort of go in time with the music in different bits and pieces. And so I had this idea of feeding it through this VHS machine, basically. I ripped the top off it and started recording it back into the computer. So I was playing off the tape into the computer, and I was distorting the tape with my finger as it was playing back. So it was like live distorting this VHS tape and like fucking up that way. So yeah, that was definitely the funnest one we did, I think. I think it came out the best.
Despite their successes, Joss is very upfront about how difficult it can be to be an independent band.
Basically, you're not going to have any money, ever, but you do have full control of the music and when you want to release stuff, and that's the big benefit of it. So it's definitely the harder way to do it, but it means you can do whatever the hell you want. I think it's worth it for that reason, at least.
Their independence has allowed them to refine their sound, and the new mini album Limbo showcases a different direction to the band.
When we were recording this new record, we weren't really sure if we were even going to call it Nantes and put it under the same moniker, because sonically it was very different, especially when we were starting. It was completely different material. The only reason we ended up turning it into a Nantes record instead of something else is just because we ended up using some of the same elements and stuff, because David had written it and he was singing it. But I think this record's got a very, very distinctly different sound to the other ones.
The new tunes have become the perfect excuse for the guys to hit the road again.
Basically, I was just complaining about how I miss playing so many shows, because we used to be quite active and doing like quite a lot. There was about a year there we were just playing constantly. So we decided to get some songs together almost to facilitate be able to play live again, really. I mean, we're constantly writing, we're constantly making music, but the goal the whole time is just to get back on the road. So we're heading away to play a few shows in Sydney. We're doing a show in Canberra as well, which is really exciting, and then Melbourne and then Brisbane, so full East Coast. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Like it, follow it. Follow Nantes Huddle for the latest news and tour details, only on Switch.
Again, we'll